Just before 11:30 a.m., a Canfield fire truck and turnpike vehicle responded to a call for a car into a guardrail on the Ohio Turnpike. An SUV that stopped behind the fire truck was slammed into by a pickup towing a car hauler. The SUV burst into flames. Its 27-year-old driver, Karen Zorn of Maryland, died. Firefighters Brian Blevins and Troy Kohler had to climb through the windows of their truck to try and help the victims and put out the fire. Chief Hutchison says his guys put their lives on the line each and every day on duty.
There is a possibility, something bad can happen to them also, just like everything else, even out there trying to help someone.
Approximately 500 firefighters each year are involved in accidents, and 1 out of 100 of those firefighters, the accident is fatal. So it's very important that we protect our guys that are out on the highway trying to save others. In this week's episode of TMA Trucks A to Z, we're going to review the ERTMA. It's a new TMA in our lineup. It's called the Emergency Response TMA Truck. The #1 mission, to make sure that those firefighters out on the highway are safe and they come home to their families at the end of the day. Firefighters are trained to handle dangerous situations on the highway, and they've been taught to use a second fire truck out on the highway to protect themselves. We want to get rid of that second fire truck, and we want to make sure that they're able to carry all of their equipment out while still being safe. So let's go meet Russ, who's going to give us a demo of this ERTMA.
So I'm standing here with Royal's account manager, Russ Woodring. Russ is actually going to do a full demo of our emergency response TMA truck. And the awesome thing is that Russ is also a volunteer firefighter at the Hecktown Fire Department. So Russ, take it away.
Hello, so you can see here, this is our ERTMA. It stands for Emergency Response Truck Mounted Attenuator. The reason I'm so passionate about this truck is, as Sam said, I'm a volunteer firefighter with Hecktown Fire Company. The calls we take that are out on the highway are super dangerous. We're stopped in an area where the speed limits can go anywhere from 55 to 65 miles per hour. The first leading cause of death for a firefighter is heart attack. Second leading cause, which most people don't know, is being struck by a vehicle on either a back road or a highway. What's so important about this prototype here, the ERTMA, is it's going to replace the second engine that would be out there to protect the firefighters while they're saving lives. Now I'm going to take you a little bit through the truck. I want you to think in a fire department aspect as this as your rescue truck. If your department also has fire police, they would utilize it as a traffic control unit. Basically, like I mentioned before, it's going to replace one of the rescue trucks. All right, so inside the cab here, we have multiple factory mounted switches, which will operate all of your emergency lighting. There's also scene lighting on the sides of the truck. Inside here, we also have the arrow board controller, which we have integrated into the Scorpion, which I will demonstrate in about a second or so. So basically, you have your different modes of left to right and caution. Now here, we're going to hit the down button to deploy the Scorpion. Also, this truck could be equipped with our DVR package. It basically has 2 backup cameras. One is located on the arrow board. That one would be recording in the event of an accident. The other one is located underneath the Scorpion. We have multiple screens you can change throughout and view the different options. We also have an interior camera here that monitors the operator. That's also displayed on the display here. Thinking about this as your rescue truck, this truck can be equipped with multiple tools, your Halligans, your Speedy Dry. So what we did is you're going to have multiple spaces in here. If it was utilized as a fire police truck, you could also put cones, you could put signs. You have plenty of space to put any type of equipment you're going to need. Something else that we added to the truck is 2 long lights here that would be considered your scene lighting. So when you're operating out on the highway and there's minimal light, you'd be able to see inside the truck. There's also inside the truck, it's equipped with scene lighting. Also, just for the interior, so you're able to see where all your tools are. As you can see here, now we have hit the button. Now I can get out of the truck and safely monitor the Scorpion as it's being deployed. The Scorpion here, it's 2 separate sections, which you'd seen before is safely stowed above the ERTMA. Basically here what we have is every year there's about 750 deaths per year out on the highway. Like I mentioned before, the second leading cause for firefighter death is being struck by a vehicle. My thought, and I'm out there, I see these trucks and people are driving by. You have a truck out there that is $500,000 or more, there only to protect the firefighters. This unit here, the Scorpion, is not just to protect the people that are working ahead, but to save the lives of the person who was not paying attention while they were driving. Also here we have our radar and message board. Basically we've had studies done and it's been proven that this will limit and slow down the people's speed while they're coming above because they don't know who's in front of it. Above is our arrow board to allow the oncoming traffic know to move over out of their lane. As we go, and you saw the Scorpion being deployed, it's integrated into that arrow board, which actually when the Scorpion is deployed, it actually then raises the arrow board up. You also have the strobes located on both sides. Your camera located above the arrow board, which is recording the whole situation in the event of an accident. Now we're here located on the other side of the truck, which is very similar to the other side that I showed you with the multiple compartments that you would be able to store any of your equipment and can be customized. These shelves will come out, they will move, you can adjust them. It depends on what you're going to have inside the truck to operate at a scene on the highway. Like most firefighters already know that we are exempt from anything over 26,000 pounds that we do not need a CDL. So I'd like to mention that this truck is 33,000 GVW.
I hope you learned a lot about our emergency response TMA truck, the only one of its kind right now on the market. And it's so unbelievably important to keep our guys safe that are out there saving lives. So thanks again, Russ.
Thank you.
And if you need any more information, please just email or call us. But if you liked us, like or comment, and we hope to see you next time. Thanks, guys.